Hey all, Hipper here. So today we're taking out the Minotaur again, and I've been playing the ship quite a bit lately because I kind of gave it a break for a few months when I got a little bit tired of it, and then I played Colbert, and then, well, it didn't take me long to realize, but yeah, it's still my favorite cruiser. It's just so good, and it's always entertaining to play. And is it better than Colbert? Well, yes, definitely. It's much better than Colbert. I mean, just the radar by itself makes it so much more useful, and the fact that it has torpedoes as well, as you'll see in a minute, actually means that you can just push through flanks. You know, if the red battleships decide not to protect a flank, well, then it's just green light for Minotaur, and that's what I'm doing here. So I'm getting into the cap and just having a look here at what's going on, and obviously there's going to be torps coming, so just stop here and wait and see. And it looks like there's just an Alaska and probably a gearing on the other side. You see the battleships are far away, so well, that's a mistake. If there was a battleship out there, I wouldn't be able to pull out, and I'll just have to sit here and wait for the Reds to actually come to me. But because there's no battleships, well, it's going to be a bad day for the Alaska and the gearing. So that battleship that left the left flank over here, he pretty much lost the game for his team. Because he gave up a flank, and he gave me, like I said, a green light to just do whatever I want over here. Because an Alaska is really only a problem if it's bow on. And this guy here is so close that I don't even have to use my guns. I can just torp him. And this is where Colbert cannot pull off these things here. Like, you have to stay at a distance, and you don't have the radar, and you know, it's just annoying really compared to Colbert. So he even shoots too early, and we give him one set of torps on one side, and then we give him another set on the other side, because we cannot have him survive. One set was enough actually. So the gearing is panicking now. He doesn't have his cruiser anymore, and again, there's no battleships to stop me, so I can do whatever I want. And well, battleships leaving the flank, it's just the worst. That's it, gearing done. I just have to wait to go dark here. I can see that Yami there is trying to align or line his guns up, but yeah, not gonna happen. So just staying here where I'm out of sight, and I can finish my capping. So I see this all the time. Battleships leaving their flank, even if they're on my team or the red team, it doesn't matter. It's the worst possible decision you can make in this game, pretty much even worse than a destroyer leaving a flank, because the best thing to have is a battleship on each flank and one in the middle. Really, that's it. And then everybody can just, you know, do their thing in the middle while the battleships, you know, take opportunistic shot that's whatever's available. But when you leave a flank like this and just allow the enemies to push in immediately. I mean, what was that? 3 minutes into the game and the flank is wiped because everybody's run over to the C flank, and even they haven't even managed to take the C flank. So yeah, it's a legendary, you know, battles for you. I don't know about you guys, but in the last week or two, it seems that the wait for legendary battles is actually getting pretty long. It's not unusual for me to wait 2.5-3 minutes to get into a battle, and then it's not full. It's like 7 versus 7, 5 versus 5, 4 versus 4, something like that. And I don't know if it's because, you know, with, you know, shedding players. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if the game was actually starting to lose dedicated players, because, well, since, well, this whole year here, apart from tier 8 that has been added to the game, very little has been done to actually improve the gameplay. And other than just adding ships, and really adding tier 8, it's just another way of adding ships. And if there's one thing we don't need any more of, it's ships. Like, we need new, you know, game modes, new commanders, new options, you know, new ways of making this game fun to play. Because, yeah, I don't mind telling you that I'm getting a little tired of what's in store now, and it's the same thing that's been in store in the last year, really. You have to go back to when carriers were added to actually find something interesting. And if you remember the roadmap post that was put on the Legends site a few months ago now, it does mention a few additions to the game, and like improved stats. Yeah, it's not so important anymore now that we can do it online and request the stats. Still good, and still didn't look that extensive actually, but there was something about legendary upgrades, and you know, that's something that I'm interested in. I don't know what it means in detail, but I'm guessing that by using some sort of resource, perhaps steel, who knows, you will be able to, improve a certain aspect of your ship or a commander. I don't know. And I guess, again here, I'm just completely guessing because I don't have a clue. But that would be something cool. That would be interesting. Like, say you get like 3 charges or whatever it is, like 3 options, and you can spend them on, you know, whatever you want, except that once you spend them, you cannot redo it. Sort of like when you put resources into commanders. So for example, if you get an upgrade that allows you to have a 10% faster reload on one ship, so you have to pick that ship and then you put that upgrade on it, and you can never change it. Or maybe you can change it, but it costs like 10,000 doubloons or something like that. I mean, that would be interesting, because then like some ships are going to be different. So it's not always the same thing. And I mean, that's what we need in this game here. A little bit of variety. It's always the same builds, like the same maps, and pretty much the same players as well. And well, I don't mind. I always said that, like, it's starting to get to me. It really is. I can feel my, I don't take the game very seriously. Well, I never have, but right now I am not in like just even the slightest serious about this game here. I play it to have fun, and I just do random crazy things now because it's always the same. There's nothing new, and well, we need some new maps. We need some new game modes. We need some new upgrades. We need new commanders. We need some new abilities, whatever, like something to make the gameplay deeper, or, you know, change the gameplay. We don't need more ships, please. That's enough now. Well, it's not enough. I like more ships, but we also need something else in the game. Now, I tend to go through these little midlife crises here, I call them, once in a while in the game, but I don't remember it being as bad as it is now, because yeah, I'm just really getting bored, really. And it's mostly like the fault of the game not having anything new in it. Like, we haven't had any new commanders since Azure Lane Wave 3, I suppose, in March or something like that. After that, there hasn't been anything other than Geysers. We were supposed to have the Hot Wheels commanders earlier, like I think that was like sometime middle of the year, but then because of Ukraine, that didn't happen. And yeah, it's just that there hasn't been a lot of stuff that actually, you know, builds on the gameplay. I don't need ships that extends the gameplay. That's fine. I know what the game is like, and like you can put as many ships in the game that deviates a tiny little bit from other ships, but the gameplay is still going to be the same. So we need something to add an extra layer to the gameplay, and if that's subs or, you know, legendary upgrades or a whole bunch of new commanders, I don't care what it is. Or it could also be like a handful of new maps, although there's so many maps now that even if they add 3 new maps, you'll probably only get it like once every 10 battles or something. So even new maps starting to lose the like the shine. This game has so much potential, especially from an esports perspective, that like I just keep, well, Wargaming should be hitting themselves for not taking advantage of that potential. It's just really bad business, I think, because this could be a giant in the gaming world, because all the mechanics are there. We just need like a few extra adjustments, like clans, for example, to actually make it into something fantastic. And I know I'm not the only one feeling like this, but just disillusioned in like the lack of support from Wargaming. Really, like we're entering, well, we almost finished our 3rd year now, and you know, other than carriers, like what have we really got other than ships? And again, carriers, it's just more ships. Yeah, we got some new game modes like Epicenter, and once in a while we get something new that lasts like for 2 weeks, and then Wargaming takes it back. It's like, oh, come on! Like, it's time that you make or break this game here. Like, we cannot continue as it is because it's just getting boring, and it doesn't matter how many new premium ships you stuff down our throats. It's not gonna help. We're going to need extensions and modifications and like to the gameplay, not you know, the assets in the game, because it's not going to change anything. So I can always recognize my like a little bit hard periods here, because like I said, it's less about, you know, playing playing the game. It's more about seeing what you can get away with. And yeah, I mean, it just gets tedious, really. So I'm probably not the only one feeling like this. Like I'm saying, you can see it on the legendary battle queue, which is suddenly like 3 times longer than it usually is. And to me, that means that, hey, like at least some people have dropped off. And as again, like it's not really surprising to me. Just in a duel with this Minotaur here at the same time, keeping an eye on the Yami, because all he wants to do is whack me. And I can see he's gonna come around the corner here. He's had eye on me the whole battle, and I'm luckily far enough away that I won't be spotted when he comes around the corner. And I'm just thinking, oh, he's gonna have his guns straight at me, hoping to catch me around this corner here, but I'm just not gonna fire. And again, it's boring, but we're sort of like far away in this battle here. I might as well just, you know, play smart as much as I hate it. Because playing smart in this game here is usually equal to boring gameplay. I mean, I see so many people in Cleveland or Worcester's just sailing for the first 1 minute of the battle, then sitting behind an island and just, you know, shooting from there, not moving at all for the last 14 minutes. And wow, that must be extremely boring. I mean, I play very active and aggressive, and even I'm getting bored. But that, like, wow, I don't know how they do it, really. Honestly, I don't. So yeah, Wargaming, it's about time that you add some more stuff to the game that's not new ships. Please, we have enough now. Like I said before, it's not enough. There's always room for more ships, but not just new ships. Give us some better gameplay, really. Like some new stuff to do, some new stuff to upgrade, some new commanders, whatever. Whatever it takes to, you know, keep the player base interested. Yeah. Anyway, that was my rant for today, and hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you out there.